Hello there, this is Shane from Shane's Books and Review, and I hope you guys and gals are having a great day today. Thank you for stopping by a little early. Now our normal video will be going up at 3 today. No worries there. And a hint, it is a space book. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. But there is a reason why I wanted to make this video. One, I wanted to apologize because I did record, and I mentioned recording the books that were behind me, right? And why they were there. Lynette, you had specifically asked for that, and I've got no issues with it. But there is one issue I had with the video overall is I recorded it whenever I had talked about Chuck Palahniuk's book, and I was really upset. That's not the tonality I want in a video like that for you guys and gals at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I did a good job going through the books and explaining why they were here, etc. But it didn't feel right. It felt wrong. The video, whenever I watched it, it did not seem like a very friendly video, and without the context of then it just doesn't make sense, and it seems like I'm upset that I made the video, and no, that's not what I'm going to do. But I am going to re-record it. The second thing is that I had promised a studio type of a video, right? And in that studio video, what I had thought about doing was one of two things. One, showing this part of the process, or maybe some of the stuff I used for editing, etc., or the equipment, or the process of these are the things I do, this is the checklist. But I want to kind of leave it up to you guys and gals, and then also some of my fellow booktubers that are out there if you guys had any questions, because, well, I've always been an open source kind of individual, and I've always believed that if we all share the knowledge that we have, then we can do things better. It is through that we free our creativity, and we are able to do things that we normally wouldn't. Like, for instance, a year ago, or even a year and a half ago, if what I'm getting ready to do as a project of love, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't have had the knowledge, and it's through watching other creators and other YouTubers that are large and have tutorials, etc., that I have learned some of the things that I've learned, and it's through trial and error on some of the other things. But what it is, the project of love that I just mentioned, is, I believe it was Matthew that mentioned checking out House of Leaves. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I really think it was Matthew. And what a book. I'm about halfway through it, and a lot of the reviews that I've seen, I'm not sure I'm going to do a review on it, because it's not a new book by any kind of means, but it's also kind of not inside the genre that we take care of. If you haven't figured it out by now, which I'm sure everybody has, but let's let the cat out of the bag. Most of the books that I do reviews on are audiobooks, so I think that I'm going to kind of focus my channel that way, which has kind of caused me a little bit of panic in a way, because I don't want to have the exclusivity of just this one type of media whenever it comes to the books, because there's sometimes that I will get a moment to myself and I will sit down for a day and just read. And then there's other times where I do all kinds of traveling, and it is through this traveling that I listen non-stop to books. And so that's the reason why I'm able to pump out 52 unique conceptual weeks on audiobooks and standard reading, as it were. But that book is House of Leaves. I've got this idea. I've reached out to the author of the book, and if he sees this video and says, hey, yeah, sure, go for it, it'll happen for sure. But here's what I want to put out there. One, excellent book. A lot of the reviews and people that I had seen do stuff about this book, they all talk about, oh, it's inciting madness inside of me. Oh, it's one of the scariest books that I've read. I don't know about that. Here's why. There's this thing that you can do when you record a movie. It would be like if I were to have my camera, instead of me being like right here in the middle, right? If I moved my camera here, and I got over to this side, and then I looked this way, and I had a conversation with somebody, that would feel natural, right? But on the other hand, if I turned this way and started talking, that would cause a feeling of unsettlement, because one, the main person isn't in the center of the frame. Now, the reason why that causes people to get unsettled is because that camera isn't necessarily having that monologue. There's no eye contact there. It's breaking the rule of thirds in a big way. And there's a right time and a wrong time to do these sorts of things. And there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. That book, The House of Leaves, it breaks the rule of thirds for literature. It goes against a lot of tropes. The things that were really unique about it so far is the different type fonts for the different characters. The footnotes. Wow. There's some footnotes in that book. And you can really go down the rabbit hole with those. But I've got an idea. And I think I'm going to execute it. And if the idea ever generates money, fine. I would be happy to share that money with the author and the publishing house. We can work out details later. But here's the reason why I'm saying that. This is going to be a project of love. I'm not doing it for money. This channel's not here for that. This channel's here for me to have a sounding board to say, hi, here's a book. I really liked it, or I didn't. And so this is going to be like a little side thing. But with that being said, I wanted to say thank you, Matthew, for the suggestion on checking that book out. I'm probably not going to do a review on it though, like I said, because there's just so many other reviews on it. But it is a decent read, so if you guys want something that makes you do weird things to get it read, this is a really unique book. The premise of the book is just this hallway, this door, this house. It's like a TARDIS. And that's probably one of the reasons why it didn't really upset me mentally like some people did, because it's not a new concept to me. I've been watching Doctor Who since I was like 4 years old. So it's bigger on the inside than the outside. I think that's kind of cool. And if there was a way to do that, and I could put something like that in my house that didn't have demons in the basement, etc., then I would be cool with it. But, you know, that's how that goes. Anyway, the long of it all is this. I want to thank each and every one of you guys that watch. I know that I have a Patreon up. I'm not really concerned about the Patreon, because if you guys and gals do help with some of the cost around here, staplers, bottles of water, etc., that's fine. But that's not why I put a Patreon up. Eventually, I want that to be established whenever things get larger over the course of 4 years or so. It's not a right now thing. But this is the kind of content that I was thinking about putting up there, where I go through all the comments and, you know, splash them up on the screen and recognize everybody, etc. And Lynette, I want to thank you personally in a big way, because you've been here for a long time. And I'm not going to say who the first person was that subscribed, because that would give away other things about business. But the fact that you have stuck it out and made so many comments, thank you very much. I appreciate it a whole lot. It's pretty cool. And beyond that, hopefully using a webcam to make a quick video, we'll see if that works or not. If it doesn't, it'll just get boxed up and set aside somewhere. I had a need for it about 3 months ago for video calls, etc., but now, not so much. I was looking for a way to use it a different way. Thanks for watching. This is Shane with Shane's Books and Review, and no finger guns, will see you in the next video.